Hi guys, and welcome to the State of Crypto, your one-stop source for all crypto-related news. I'm your host Martin, and this is episode 249. Bitcoin Pizza Day 2020, Blockchain.com to support Russian Ruble, and Digital Money Institute launches. Now, if you're catching this stream live, welcome, and if you're catching the replay and have any suggestions for us, please leave us a comment below. We really want to know what you're thinking. Now, if you want to be up to date with the latest crypto-related news, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button and that bell so you're notified when we go live. And if you want to keep on chatting with us once the stream is done, you can join us in the Discord. Links in the description, so is a link to the amazing articles that we cover here on the stream. Link to Twitter will pop up somewhere around here throughout the stream. Make sure you hit that and, follow us on Twitter as well. Hey, Bitcoin Jake, how's it going, man? Happy Bitcoin Pizza Day to you too, brother. Happy Friday, guys. I hope you're having a great time. Bitcoin went up a little bit today. Not as much as we would have liked, and we do have some bearish technicals that are starting to show up. We'll talk about those in a second. We do have news today, right? So let's move on to the articles. Awesome. So what are we going to talk about today? Well, the first article that we have is from CoinDesk. Says about 10 years after Laszlo Haniek's bought pizza with 10,000 Bitcoin, he has no regrets. Well, that is why it's Bitcoin Pizza Day, right? If you guys don't know the story, we'll tell you about it. The article starts by saying, if you own a share of an experimental technology, how much of it would you give up to help that technology grow? Now, startup founders do this calculus whenever they raise capital. 10 years ago today, a developer named Laszlo did it with Bitcoin. Now, Laszlo is known as the first person to use Bitcoin in a commercial transaction on May 22nd, 2010. When Bitcoin was a little bit over a year old, he bought 2 pizzas for 10,000 Bitcoin. The day is now known as Bitcoin Pizza Day, with 1 Bitcoin now worth 9,500. This is apparently a joke, and Laszlo, 45 million pizzas are the punchline, right? Anyways, he did end up, I think it was like a request he posted somewhere saying like, look, I want to get some pizza. You can either make it or bring it to me or something like that. I just don't want to order it. And then he said, I'll give you like 10,000 Bitcoin, right? Just order it for me. And someone did order that pizza for him. I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Papa John's, apparently, from the pictures that I've seen. But again, he paid 10,000 Bitcoin. At that point in time, it was very little money. I think it was like 33 bucks worth or maybe 40 bucks worth of Bitcoin. It wasn't that much, but today, in today's terms, it is a lot of dough, right? Anyways, the article also goes on to say that Bitcoin nosebleed, including decade of upward price movement that drives CNBC headlines and motivates participation. People see it as a way to get rich. Bitcoin is a way to harness greed, said Laszlo in a recent interview with his home in Jacksonville, Florida. It's greed that underpins the delicate balance of incentives that keeps Bitcoin running. Now, the volatility that makes Bitcoin attractive to investors also makes it difficult to use as money or electronic cash, as Bitcoin white paper specifies, right? Bitcoin Jake, he would have ate homemade pizza. He was very specific too in his post, but he was an early, if not the first GPU miner of Bitcoin. He had enough to lose 10k of them. Yeah, I agree. He did say he could even be homemade pizza, man. I think, yeah, that was in the actual post initially. Anyways, we have talked about on this stream before about a Bitcoin Pizza Day. Not specifically on a Bitcoin Pizza Day, but we talked about it. Anyways, like I said, the volatility that makes Bitcoin attractive to investors makes it difficult to use as cash, right? Because some people just want to hold it. They don't want to transact with it because they're afraid that they might be able to like sell it to buy something, and then the price might increase, and they just lost a lot of money, especially with how much volatility Bitcoin has, right? And think about it. If I ask you, or if you ask someone for a favor right now, and you pay them with Bitcoin, and tomorrow it goes up to like, I don't know, $10,000, $20,000, that guy's doubling money, and you already feel like you already lost some, right? So again, that feeling of losing is keeping some people from transacting in Bitcoin, and that's what's stopping it from being used as a form of electronic cash, and it would make sense, right? Now, the article also says that at some point in time, if both parties transact with Bitcoin, one of them will end up losing in the end, and that just basically goes on to say that if you give me a good in Bitcoin, right, like I said, and it goes up, then I won and you lost. But if it goes down, I'm already down on the money, right? Because I probably haven't cashed it out yet, or etc. And you're probably already good because you bought something more expensive for something that now is worth cheaper, right? So it would have taken you more Bitcoin to buy it now than it would have at the beginning. Anyways, the article goes on to say that it's common knowledge that anyone who held for 4 years, it's in the money, right? And that's what Laszlo says. But business can't generally afford to hold for 4 years and not pay the rent. Meaning, if a business is to take Bitcoin, they need to convert it into cash so they can pay the bills, right? Because right now, US dollars, like we were stating the other day, is the main means of payment in the country and a lot of places, right? You need hard cold cash backed by a central bank. So if someone gets paid in Bitcoin, they need to transfer that into a medium by which they could meet their financial obligations. Anyways, Bitcoin as digital gold or for store value to accumulate and hold for long term has proven more attractive than commerce, as a pair of recent events underscore, right? Like, you know, when it went out to like 19,000 and change, then up to 10,000 again, right? So, and plus how the way it has been holding throughout this recession slash period of uncertainty, right? Hodling is part of what drives the value of Bitcoin up, as low velocity can do for any currency. But low velocity can't be the whole story. As Laszlo realized early on, looking for Bitcoin as an experiment, he said, it was a really interesting system, but nobody's using it. If nobody's using it, that doesn't matter if you have it all. And again, that is true. What good would it have been for him if he had like all 21 million Bitcoins mined, but no one's willing to accept it, or no one's giving it a use case? So him going ahead and doing that, well, yes, it might seem like something you can hit your head against the wall and regret in the future. At that point in time, you probably didn't really care that much, and that's the way you should look at your decision at that point in time. Because when you're making that decision, you're making it based on your current circumstances. And if you're willing to pay with Bitcoin, you cannot like be looking back later on and saying, oh man, I shouldn't have paid with Bitcoin. Now it's worth so much more. Whatever. You made that decision because you were willing to transact with it, and you were probably willing to give it a use case so that it could be adopted and be given a better value for it. Now it's being taken as a commercial or as a mean of payment, right? Anyways, I guess that's what we need to take from this. If, like, I know Bitcoin Jake is hodling. Hey, Omar, how's it going, man? Thank you for being here. I know Bitcoin Jake is hodling some DVT. And again, a lot of people are willing to get into small cap projects and hodl for whenever it goes up in price. But if we don't use it as a means of transaction and we don't give it a use case, it's going to take a while for the project to get to that commercial value, because a lot of people are just using it for speculation instead of giving it a real case use. Now, Bitcoin Jake, I'm not... yeah, just some... well, yeah, man, I'm not picking on you, man. I was just saying, you know, it's a way that we could give the project more use case by transacting with the coin instead of just hodling it, right? Not your specific case in general. I know you have a goal in mind as to why you want that. So, you know, I just want to use it as an exercise, because you're like the most recent case that I've heard of someone hodling long-term or a massive amount of an asset just to wait for it to like go somewhere at some point in time. Anyways, next article from Crypto News Flash. Anyways, this one states that Ripple joins cross-border working group with Swift and Microsoft. This is only a few days ago after Marcus treasurer of Ripple criticized their new delayed induction into the ISO 20020 standard by Swift. Banks and other payment service providers have to expect higher costs as a result, as implementation is further delayed. Now, as Ripple wants to help shape the future of cross-border payments, the company has joined another important consortium. Omar, raining 10,000 DVT on Discord in 1.5 and 15 minutes hours. All right, cool. So if you guys haven't done it yet, you guys should go and join DVT's Discord. They are a pretty cool group there, man. I've joined them on the Discord. I've been chatting with them. I've been talking with Okan lately, and with the main honcho there, let's say Mr. D. And we've been, going back and forward. I've had some questions. I want to bring them on the show at some point in time. But yeah, man, apparently they're going to give out some like 10,000 DVT on Discord, man, which is going to be pretty cool. I'm not sure how they're going to make it rain, but they're going to make it rain. Anyways, Craig DeWitt announced on Twitter that he has joined the Faster Payment Protocol Council, or the Faster Payment Council, as Ripple representative, and will be a member of the cross-border working group to help shape the development of cross-border transactions. The consortium already includes well-known industry heavyweights such as Swift, Microsoft, Visa, Wells Fargo, the U.S. Fed, and JP Morgan and Walmart. Anyways, last year, Ripple VP of Strategic Alliance, Pat Thelen, joined the FPC, and he was one of the first directors of consortium and was also selected as a member of the board of directors coming from various American financial institutions and companies. Whether Thelen was elected for another year is not yet known. Now, Bitcoin Jake saying they have a useful bot in the Discord. Yes, they have a bot that gives out cash and makes it rain, man. I'm not sure if, like, how do you participate on that, though? Or if you're just in there, does it rain upon you? Anyways, the FPC was founded in June 2018 and offers members far-reaching opportunities to establish new collaborations from working groups, conduct work, joint research story, conduct training, and use the resources of other partners, as well as exclusive access to research results and news. Within the consortium, there are numerous working groups. For example, for fraud information sharing, directory models, education and awareness, as well as cross-border payments and QR interface. Yay, Spotify ads, man. Coming in again at the most inappropriate time, as always, right? Anyways, that's what happens when you use the free version of Spotify. You might ask, why did you not get a paid version of Spotify and not deal with that? Well, the answer is I have to use copyright music. So I have to use copyright music. It's free. So why should I pay for Spotify when I can use a free version? I have a subscription for Apple Music. Just the person that I get my copyright free music from is not there. Anyways, Bitcoin Jake, I can't post the Discord here. Yeah, man, you can post the Discord. Yeah, go for it, man. No problem. I'm not sure if the bot's gonna let you. If the bot's like preventing you from posting websites, let me know. But I have no problem if you post the Discord here, man. Anyways, it was a good day today for the DVT community, or the Vault. They had like a small unveiling of a video made by one of the members, Pest. It was a small, it was a small video that got played, 2 minutes long, just some hyping for DVT. I think it was pretty cool. It was short, a little bit psychedelic, but it was cool. I felt like I should have smoked something prior to looking at that. I mean, I don't smoke anything, but it just feels like it was a little bit trippy at some point in time, but it was a good video, man. Anyways, it was an ATM. Yeah, it was an ATM. But like the smoke and the haze looking stuff just make it look a little bit psychedelic, but yeah, it was a good video, man. Anyways, if you guys don't know why we're talking about DVT, it's a project that I just basically got into. That's why we talk about it here. It's a small cap project. The guys there seem to be really cool. They seem to be legit, and that's why I'm there. Now I don't get paid by them to do advertisement or talk about this project, so I do gotta say that, because it is not paid advertisement. I'm not being swayed by anyone to talk about this. I'm talking about this because I got into the project, and I believe it could lead to something good. Now, next article from Cointelegraph: Blockchain.com to support Russian ruble despite local crypto uncertainty. Blockchain.com, a major crypto wallet and blockchain data provider, plans to support Russia's national currency, the ruble. Although the big exchange like Binance have introduced the Russian ruble, there's still no law authorizing circulation of crypto in Russia. Now, on May 20, Blockchain.com announced its long-term roadmap and said the next era of crypto and 1 billion wallets by 2030. In a post authored by Peter Smith, Blockchain.com CEO and co-founder, the firm outlined the addition of the Russian ruble as part of its mission to grow its current user base of about 50 million crypto wallets to 1 billion accounts by 2030. Now, a Blockchain.com spokesperson told Cointelegraph that the platform is expected to launch Russian ruble support in June 2020, and the planned launch comes in response to an apparent demand to trade crypto from a large number of Russian users on Blockchain.com. Right? Anyways, the Russian ruble will become the fifth supported fiat currency in Blockchain.com after the dollar, the British pound, the euro, and the Turkish lira. Last article, man. I promise. After this, we'll get on to the technicals. Global central banking think tank launches Digital Monetary Institute. Now, this is going to be interesting. The Official Monetary and Financial Institution Forums, OMFIF, an independent global think tank for central banking and economic policy, announced the launch of a Digital Monetary Institute earlier this month. Now, the institute intends to build bridges between the worlds of digital currencies and traditional banking, and as a focus on payment institutions in wholesale and retail markets and central bank digital currencies. Now, the OMFIF itself has already been publishing in-depth reports on digital currencies and CBDCs since 2018. Regarding the key focus on the new institute, Bhavin Patel, the head of FinTech, said We believe there will be more central bank digital currency projects in the next few years, both on the wholesale and retail sides of the market, and in many jurisdictions, including the euro area. So again, interesting if banks start coming with crypto, right? Central banks. Anyways, the founding members of the institute include policymakers, technologists, financiers, and regulators, along with some blockchain-focused companies like Cypherium, who also recently joined the Microsoft for Startups program. Now, Patel explained that such companies bring technical expertise to an ongoing conversation amongst policymakers and other financial analysts. Now, there are not many companies that are out there that do deal with with global payments. Well, a lot of companies wish they could deal with global payments, right? Or a lot of projects which they can deal with global payments. One of them, the one that is farther ahead and that we know of, and even some of the users here might not like it, it's XRP, right? I wonder if XRP is going to be joining this, or is going to be part of this Monetary Financial Institute Forum, right? Or part of whatever they're trying to come out here to, like, maybe make the CBDCs talk to each other internationally, right? Use them as a bridge currency. Now, that is just something I'm thinking about. There's nothing being said about that yet. Just wondering whether or not they're going to take part of that. Now, guys, stick with me for a quick second. I'm going to play this very, very small intro. I'm going to get the screen here on the side ready so we can do the technicals, and I'll be right back, right? So, stick with me for a second. Really quick, I'll be right back. And we're back. Thank you guys for sticking with us as we play that small intro. If you like what we do, you know what to do. Hit that like, that bell, that sub to be notified when we go live. Let's go look at the markets and figure out what is going on, man. What happened with crypto? Yesterday we had a good day. Money flew into the cryptosphere, 1.95%, approximately $4.82 billion. We're moving up and moving up of the 20. Apparently we're moving up 3.5 billion, approximately 1.39%. We're sitting at $255.24. $255.22 billion. Right now, what is happening with Bitcoin dominance? Yesterday, it lost dominance, 0.73%. Today, it's gaining a little bit, 0.04, sitting at 67.01% of market cap. The price of Bitcoin at 9,304.33. What's happening? We're hitting the 20, man. Today, are we going to reject? We don't know yet. Did we know it was a possibility that we could go up? Yeah, we talked about maybe holding this area, right? 9,883. We did move down. We hit a bounce. If you guys remember that, we talked about that. I do have this other chart that we haven't visited in a while, and I'm playing with this idea, right? This is the Bitcoin tethers chart to Bitcoin on Binance. We had drawn this line or this channel a while back. As you can tell, we bounced off it. We kind of talked about this yesterday on other charts by me adjusting that line and telling you why. But then I left it open and I said, look, I do believe we still have room to run to the downside if I just consider the touch points on this chart here. This is Bitcoin to the dollar and Gemini. But if I go to the chart that we had already out from a while back, I noticed that if I go to the tops, right, we don't quite have an upsloping triangle, but we do have a certain symmetrical triangle, just slightly upsloping. And we have hit this area on the bottom and we're getting a bounce. Now we're hitting the 20, and something that could happen here is if we reject the 20, we could certainly be looking to break out of this triangle, and that would have us hit a potential measure move from bottom to top of this triangle, right? That is if we go to the downside. If we go to the upside, we'll get above the 20 and maybe come up here and hit some resistance around 9,800, which we know it's a possibility. We have come up here again, and I've talked about this, right? Look, we made a higher high, lower high, even lower high, and we made a low. And I said we could potentially start to make a higher low. And that's something we talked about, I think, 1 or 2 episodes ago. Yesterday, I'm pretty sure we didn't revisit. But again, we know these movements were possible, and we've discussed them at some point in time. So if you have been watching this show lately, or continuously, you know about that. Now, yesterday, we did manage to close below the 786 at 9,087.55. This is on the Bitcoin to the dollar on Bitstamp. And we know it was an area that we wanted to get above. So we did get above yesterday. Like I said, very close to 20, and right now we rejected that. Right now we're moving up and hitting the 20 again. We need to get above 9,565. Remember, guys, I told you, if we move down, for us to get back on track, we need to get above 9,565 and potentially 9,650. But again, we do know that if we look at this as a triangle, we're going to get resistance really immediately overhead at 9,800. And it could be a tricky place to put a trade. Because right now we're below the 20. We can reject, right? Then we have overhead resistance, and we would have another overhead resistance, right? According to this chart over here, 9,650. And then again, if we were to make this valid triangle, we would probably have overhead resistance again right ahead at 9,800. Meaning that we could do a U-turn at any of those points and really start heading south again. Now you move into the downside from this area on the triangle, would potentially see us hit this bottom part here at 9,307. Would it be a good in? Potentially, man. If you want to ride it all the way to that 9,800 and test it, it could be a potential in. But again, you have to be careful and set up a tight stop loss somewhere on the line of this upsloping, right? This upsloping support that we have. Because if we break that, we could be going down. And we talked about a measure move, right? Also, if we go to the upside, we could potentially hit a measure move, right? That measure move would potentially have us hit, let's see, man, 11,900, which I don't believe is going to be the case right now, because we would also have the upper part of the channel that would be very likely hitting and trying to get a rejection from, right? Or we also have the mid part of the channel going up. So again, we do have a lot of resistances to the upside. Now, when will this pattern mature? June the 1st, right? So we still have like eight more days basically to go before we try to get a bounce, or 9 days. So let's wait and see how this keeps on playing out, right? That would be pattern maturing, and then if we even get to this area, then we'll probably get a movement to the upside, right? That's it for Bitcoin here on these charts. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything on the daily. Do we have something? No, ignore this line that's from a previous resistance that we're looking at. This will be going like that now and look like we're upsloping. I just don't feel like shifting it right now because I don't believe we're doing an upslope or a rising or a broadening wedge, right? What else is happening here? Let's see. We're going. All right, cool. So we do have something here going on Bitcoin, right? I'll just point it out right now. You're gonna ask, why is this in orange? I did draw something when I was off the air on a shorter time scale, and we're gonna look at that once I get to that time frame. But right now, we would have this going on, right? Again, I think we talked about this yesterday. I feel like I charted this. Yes, I did here, right? So again, low, higher low, negative, more negative, right? Again, getting that potential area for bounce on hidden bullish divergence, and we said that we were getting it at a critical support, right? That 786, right? At 9,087, right? So again, we got that hit, and I said if we go up, we're gonna hit the 20. Likely, we still need to get above 9,560 and above that 9,650, right? So this is stuff that we talked about yesterday. We talked about this movement to the upside. We also talked about moving to the downside and potentially hitting the 50. Sorry, the 618 at 7,975. So again, I wasn't missing it when I said I felt like I charted this before. So let's go to the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, last time we hit was this bullish. We tried to get a bounce, failed. We talked about this yesterday. Moving down, started to move up, heading for that 20, right? Again, that 20 right now would be at 9,348. We're like $44 away from it. And again, Bitcoin can do it. It can hit it and try to get a rejection. We're making less negative momentum. Neutral on the RSI at 48.32. We could potentially try to go over it. And if we do, we could be looking for a movement to that 9,650 area, right? Again, this is stuff that we covered before. Nothing else to chart here right now, right? We're going higher with less, higher on the RSI and less negative momentum. Let's go to the 1 hour. What is happening there? We created divergence, right? Bearish. We talked about this moving down again. From then on, we were too weak to get above the 20. We failed, right? We created divergence here on the 1 hour. If you remember, we called it, right? We were waiting for this. We had it in blue yesterday. It developed, but we were too weak, and we broke farther down. Now, here, I talked about this potentially going down, right? And created divergence. We didn't go down, right? And I left this lines out because I wanted to see if it was going to play out. It didn't. We just started to climb from there. And I was waiting for divergence before we actually started to move above the 20 to give us a little bit more strength. Now, I said sometimes we do go down. Sometimes it's like sometimes we might not go down, right? We had divergence on the daily. That was good enough to bring us above on the 1 hour chart. Now, you might be wondering, what did I draw on the 1 hour chart with a different color? I think it's in this chart here, man. Now I gotta find it. That's the problem when I have way too many charts open. That's something drawn here. I can't find it right now. Let me see. All right, cool. It wasn't here. It wasn't on this chart, on the tether chart. Oh man, I can't remember what I drew. Anyways, what is going on in the 1 hour? We are creating bearish divergence, right? How? Well, very easy. Going from here to here, we're going to a higher high, right? And I'm just gonna make sure this is gonna be on the 1 hour chart and anchoring there, so we don't have to come and do cleanup later on. So we're going up to a higher high, and we're coming down lower, right, on that positive momentum, so less positive momentum. On the RSI, we don't have it. We're going higher. We're actually sitting bought at 61.41, but we're creating a strong bearish divergence right now. Are we going to get rid of this? This has to pump, and this has to go higher, right? It has to go higher than 33.33 on the MACD for us to negate that divergence and be looking for price action or farther price action to the upside, right? Again, right now we're getting to that area where we could do a U-turn and maybe start to come down a little bit. I don't want to see that happening with Bitcoin. Unfortunately, we're going to go the way the market wants to go. And right now we do have this. Again, wait for confirmation, right? When will we confirm? Well, this will very likely keep on rising, but we'll see probably stagnation, right? We won't get that strong of a move. The candles will become subdued and they become very little. And then maybe we could talk about that U-turn happening, right? Anyways. That's it for Bitcoin on the 1 hour. I'm gonna move on to Ethereum. What is Ethereum doing, man? Ethereum yesterday gained dominance 2.43%. Today's gaining 0.14. Sitting at 9.16% of market cap. The price of Ethereum $210.36. Where do we move? Where we expected, right down here. Then we got this divergence come in against the RSI, not against the MACD. Just against the RSI, and we talked about going up and probably retesting the 20 and probably even 210, and we're heading, this area over here at the 618 at 213. We're sitting at 210. We're close to it. We haven't quite hit it yet, and when we hit it, we're gonna test it for resistance and a chance we could come down from there, right? Again, not a lot happening on the daily since yesterday. Let's go to the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, right, we were looking at this divergence. I said keep on tracking. A couple hours after, we still tracked, and you know, as you can tell, we kept on going slightly lower, but still creating this hidden bullish. And from then on, we rallied, right? So we were looking for this, and we knew we could get it. So again, good stuff, right? Good stuff. Going up on and sitting neutral at 58.07 on the RSI. Not a lot happening here, right? Positive momentum, right? It's less than here, right? So high, lower high, positive, less positive. That's fine. Let's go to the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, we were looking for this bullish. Again, we broke down. From then on, we went higher. Again, I was waiting for this to come down here again. We didn't. We just followed Bitcoin, and we just started to climb, right? Now, we would also have this divergence going on from here to here, right? Going to a higher spot. And going lower here on our MACD. And on the RSI, I do believe we would also have it. Let's see. 67.30. 66, so slightly lower, right? And we're getting this strong bearish divergence developing right now, so we could start to see stagnation on this area and potentially coming down, maybe hit the 20, try to get a bounce from there. You know, we know the 20 is an area where we can either bounce or reject and move to lower prices, right? Or look for lower prices. So again, let's wait and see how this keeps on playing for Ethereum. Now let's go on to XRP. Sorry for moving a little bit quickly. Again, the market's not doing much, man. Again, positive momentum, gaining dominance yesterday. 1.18%. Today, losing 0.87 or 0.78. Sorry, sitting at 3.48% of market cap. The price of XRP at 20 cents, 20.114 cents. Where are we, man? Still in the same area. The last couple days have just been a blur. Again, we talked about indecision happening, and that's what we're seeing with Bitcoin and a lot of the coins. Like, the market doesn't really know where it wants to go. We're getting stagnation happening. Ethereum has some fundamentals coming up. Ethereum 2.0 launch on June or July, so we could be getting some bullish momentum happening. I'm not sure if just Ethereum enough is going to be good to keep the market going, or if we're going to get some pullback from Bitcoin, right? Anyways, floating in this area still at 20.339 to 19.758. We have not been able to get out of that. Right, we're looking for this divergence. We were down here yesterday. Unfortunately, we did go slightly higher, so whatever we were looking for, we no longer have, right? We're going high on the low, right? Low, higher low, negative, less negative. Again, being congruent, and we no longer have the bullish divergence we were looking for. Neutral on the RSI at 49.21. Let's go to the 4 hours. On the 4 hours, we called this divergence, right? We said, look, it's too small, might play it out. We did get the movement to the upside at 11, right? And I said, usually when I go off the air, we get movements, man. I usually leave here by like 11 and change, sometimes 10:30, And we did get the move, man. Nice. Again, we hit the 20, rejected. On the next candle, we managed to get above. And since then, we've just been floating around the 20. Have not really taken off from that area. Sorry, I ate some peanuts prior to the stream starting, and I got something stuck in the back of my throat. It's just bothering me, man. Neutral on the RSI at 52.05. Again, not a lot happening yet. Way spotty. Another ad coming in. Also, I want to take this time while I change the music to thank you guys for being here. You guys are amazing. You guys make this community so awesome, man. Thank you for being here every night. You guys are troopers. Thank you for joining me. And yeah, chilling with me, right? So what are we doing, man? This is all one positive momentum island, right? We're starting to create a new one. So could we call it from here to here and from here to here and say we're creating some hidden bullish? Yeah, we could. But we also have this slightly higher place up here. And then we would have this higher place up here and say we're not. So again, remember how we talked about that the other day? I can't remember if it was an XRP or on another coin. But we said, look, it's looking like we could have if we want to call it from here. It just depends on how you want to look at the market, right? This would mean bearish and potential movement to the downside. Again, I'm not going to call it right now. But again, we're hitting the 20, trying to get higher. Let's see if this plays. Let's go to the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, we don't have... Do we? Yeah, I think we do. I was going to say we don't have that bearish divergence that we had on the other coins. But we do have it here as well, right? Going slightly higher, coming lower on that positive momentum, right? Creating bearish divergence, moving into the downside. We have moved down slightly, but not too much. Hitting the 20, holding it, getting tightness of the Bollinger Bands. Again, we could expect a potential explosive move happening with XRP, but it's going to happen so long as Bitcoin lets it play, right? Neutral on the RSI at 56.88. That's it here. Let's move on to Litecoin. Litecoin dominance on the daily. Yesterday gaining 1.66, today losing 0.78. Sitting at 1.13% of market cap. The price of Litecoin 44.43. Where are we at? Below the 20, facing it and rejecting it, right? Again, low, higher, low, negative, less negative, low on the RSI, higher on the RSI. Nothing happening there. Neutral at 50.29 on the RSI. Let's go to the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, man, here we do have that divergence happening that I was looking for in XRP, because here we do have this slightly positive momentum island being by itself and not really glued to the previous one, right? So again, high, lower high, positive, more positive. Again, creating hidden bearish potential movement to the downside. Again, we keep getting stagnation. For this not to play out, this price needs to get above this area over here at 45.76, and then we would be good. Neutral on the RSI at 55.15, and let's go to the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, we were calling this bullish, right? From then on, we kind of rallied. This was the only one that developed bullish divergence. None of the other coins had bullish divergence on the movement down at when Bitcoin had it, right? Again, just Litecoin created, and from then on, we knew we could get a potential rally. We said we would get it so long as Bitcoin would allow us. Now the point here is we're going much higher, right, every time, and we're going lower also, just like the rest of the market, right? Here we're going lower on the MACD, creating strong bearish divergence, potential movement to the downside. We have climbed a little bit, and there's nothing stopping us from going slightly higher and even make less positive momentum and create more bearish divergence, right? And potentially break down from there. Bought at 62.56 on the RSI. Let's go to Binance. What's happening with Binance on the daily? Yesterday it gained 1.20%. Today it's getting 0.09% of market cap. Sitting at 1.03% of market cap. The price of Binance, $16.82. Getting above the 20 beautifully. Starting to make positive momentum apparently. Neutral on the RSI at 54.19. Let's go to the 4 hour. The 4 hour we called bullish divergence. Price action to the upside. We have rallied. Getting above the 20, which is good, right? We flirted with it slightly. Again, we're confirming that we probably want to go higher, which is good. Starting to make positive momentum. Neutral on the RSI at 56.64. From then on, we're going to move on to the 1 hour chart. What's happening on the 1 hour, man? We came lower. We didn't have divergence from here to here. We said we were probably creating bearish. We did move down slightly. From then on, we got a bounce, which is good. Again, markets following the market. Bitcoin, and again, creating this bearish divergence here, right? strong bearish divergence, potential action to the downside. Down we moved, hit the 20, getting a bounce, going higher. And here, where I was talking about like Litecoin, what could potentially happen to Litecoin, we have it here, right? We're going still to a slightly higher point and still creating a less positive momentum and creating that bearish divergence, right? That could potentially see us go to price action to the downside, right? Or seek lower prices. That is for Binance. I'm going to go look at DVT right now. And we look at this chart on... look at this chart on South Exchange. Now you might notice that my DVT position is no longer here. I have moved it to a wallet. I want to get the cold rewards from there. I hope they come in the form of beer at some point in time, because beer is like, it's like, did I tell you guys that there was a shortage of beer in Mexico? They stopped production of the beer. They stopped production of beer on just the government determining it was not essential. And local commercial beer is no longer available. If you go to the store, you'll only find either craft beer or imported beer. And that's it. And craft beer and imported beer have like really high market prices for some reason. And I like craft beer. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy a good craft beer. But when I just want to have a beer with some friends, I usually just bring out commercial stuff. Right now, there's no reunion, so I could buy some craft stuff. And I do. I bought some Kukapa and some imported also. I think I bought some Munchoff. And what else did I get? I think it was mainly Kukapa that I got. And that was about it. So if you haven't tried Kukapa, it's a good beer. Now, what is happening with DVT, man? On the 1 hour, I was looking at this. I'm trying to figure out what I could trace when I'm looking at this. And I was looking at something like that, right? Look. I'll adjust in a second. There we go, right? Let's look at this as a symmetrical triangle. And if I go here, I get better touch point, I believe. Or even if I go here, I think this is the one I was looking at earlier. And I said, look, it could look like a potential symmetrical triangle that we're making here. And we could get a break out of this to the upside or the downside. Now, the only worry that I have going to the upside is that we have this position at 5.7. That is 2.55 million DVTs sitting there. Someone's selling a massive amount. After that, it eases out again. But right now, DVT is sitting at 5.3, 5.1. And I got in at 5.0, so I'm still good. I wish it was pumping a little bit more. But it's unfortunate that's not happening right now, right? Let's go look at the RSI for this. What is happening with the RSI? And this is all on the 1 hour, right? So again, here we had hidden bearish, right? And potentially why we move down. So high, lower high. And let me make this orange. And it's not going to let me, is it? Style. There we go. Orange, stronger. Did I not hit confirm? Yeah, I think that was it. Oh, man. My bad. Okay, there we go. What's happening here, right? So we're making more, we're going higher on the RSI, we're coming lower here, creating hidden bearish, potential movement to downside. We move down, we try to rally again. Neutral on the RSI at 47.23. That's on the 1 hour. Now I'm going to bring out the MACD. See what we have there, man. Oh, man, the MACD looks horrible. Let's see, what was the high here? 422. 384, slightly less. So again, we don't have anything against the MACD on the shorter time scales. I'm going to move on to the other time frames and see what we have. Let's go to the 4 hour. Man, it's taking forever. Come on. Come on. Again, if you guys got like what we do, hit that like that button, that sub, right? I know a couple of guys are here, so I'm not sure if you guys already subbed. I'm not sure who's watching, but if you're watching, thank you for being here. Bro, Troy, I'm not sure if you're here, bro, but if you are, I hope you're having good luck with your longs and your shorts and playing the market and getting to your one Bitcoin project. Again, we have this triangle coming in on the 4 hour. Let's see, high, lower, high. Here we don't have that divergence, right? And we're going lower with a slightly more negative momentum, also lower on the RSI. Again, being congruent here on the 4 hours. Nothing to call here. Let's go to, sorry, I went to the 1 hour. I want to go on the daily. Again, you can see this triangle on the daily. We're going to break out 1 or 2 days probably. But again, it's a short market. It's a small market cap coin or project. And sometimes the technicals don't play out because the movements have been very tiny, man. For a large move to happen, or for us to hit a measure move here, we would need to go to either 1.9, or if we break it to the upside, 8.6, right? Those are the chances, but again, we have a huge position here that we need to get off through, right? So again, these positions here are tiny. It's not a lot. It's going to take 161,068 DVTs almost to get to this position, right? What's happening on the daily, man? Going higher with more positive momentum and lower on that RSI, right? Again, so I think this is what I called earlier on. So we're going slightly higher, and you might not be able to see this very well. And sorry, man, it's just that trading view on this exchange is not the best. So we're going slightly higher here, right? On the momentum, on the price. We're coming lower, right, on that positive momentum, creating bearish divergence, strong, and a potential movement to the downside. Again, that's all I have here for DVT. We're gonna look at the markets real quick and figure out what's happening, man. What is happening with the market? Sorry, man. I want to put this DVT tab back where I had it, which was here, and that way I can keep on trading with that, right? So, what is happening with the markets? Silver. What happened with silver, man? We moved down yesterday, fine. We're creating divergence. We had an indecision day. We kind of pumped a little bit. So again, 17.85. We're within regular silver ranges, right? That $17 to $14 area. We even said we could come up to like $18, and that would be all normal. Now, what's happening with gold? Did we move down? No, we moved back up slightly, and that is fine. Again, we knew we were floating here. I am expecting for this to come back and touch 1,704 at some point in time. We hit the 20 yesterday and we bounced from there, so good. Now let's go look at the markets. How did the S&P close? Up 6 points. Nikkei down 164 points on bearish divergence, right? Toronto up 28 points, but almost nothing again. We don't have any technicals there. And London up, man. This gained a little bit more. And again, now we can track that to there and this to here, and we still have bearish divergence developing. So again, watch out for that on the London Stock Exchange. You went up 92 points. Let's look at the Dow. What happened with the Dow? Dow Jones, man. What happened with Dow Jones, man? Dow moving not a lot. Losing 9 points. Was a almost no movement day. Again, we don't have anything going on here. Again, we're still below the previous high. On the US 30, we had divergence bearish. We were going down yesterday when we were looking at this live. Right now the market's closed. We did say we're gonna go basically by the time the bell opens wherever we are, and I think we might have gained a little bit. We try to move up, but not enough to go higher. Just 30 points right on the day. Now let's look at oil. And we moved down, but we bullishly pulled back up again at 35.64. Let's look at the other oil. Again, also same movement, right? Again, still have bearish divergence, so we could still move down. And let's look at West Texas. The ones we looked at before were Brent. Look, West Texas is the same. We moved down, but again, we bullish pull back up, and that's about it for oil, right? Let's look at Bitcoin on the futures, on the CME. What's happening with Bitcoin on the CME? We seem to have closed on this area, 9,175. Right now, we are moving up on the price. So, what can potentially happen, right? If we manage to move up a lot on the weekend, we're going to create a gap. And when we create gaps, we need to, like, close the gaps, right? Like, this gap here got closed by this movement here, right? So, again, look at this movement to the upside, closing this gap from here to here. Now, we have another gap on the upside, or if we open much higher, then at some point in time, we're going to have to pull back down to close the gap and then hope for a bounce. And that's something I'm not really wanting to have. I hope that we open more or less on the same area. So the movement to the downside is slight, and then we try to go on higher. It is a weekend. It might be slow again. It's going to depend. We do have some volatility open on Bitcoin, but not a lot, right? We're starting to tighten on the Bollinger Bands a little bit. And then on the 4 hours, we're slightly expanded, so we could get a wild move on the 4 hours. And on the daily, on the 1 hour, we're getting tight again, right? So again, potential movement happening on the tightness of the Bollinger Bands. We have been live for 48 minutes apparently, and I'm super hungry. I haven't had anything to eat yet. Do you guys want to look at something in particular? Plus, it's Bitcoin Pizza Day, man. I'm like, all day I've been hearing talk about pizza, man, all the time. Now on DVT, like I said, there's gonna be raining. It's gonna be raining DVT somewhere. And it has been extremely active. And Okan, thank you for sharing that link on the Discord, man. Okan shared a link on the Discord, so hopefully some people joined. And look, people buying pizza on Bitcoin Pizza Day, right? Again, good stuff, good stuff. Oh, someone also made pizza. I think it was Okan that made pizza. He actually put it here. Pizza, right? And him making the dough. And yeah, that was a lot of talk. I think this is the video. Yeah, this is the video we're talking about. It's a small video. I'm not gonna be able to play it right now. But there is this video from Pest. He's the one that made it. And it's short. It's 2 minutes. It's just about an ATM. But it's cool. I think that's gonna be it for this, man. Do you guys want to look at something in particular? Let me know. I think we looked at most of the stuff that we usually look at. Unless you want to look at another project, then you know, we could look at that. Solo took a move into downside, man. Yeah. So, guys, what do you guys want to do? Should we call it a stream, or do you guys want to talk about something else, crypto related or non-crypto related, right? Again, I'm here for you guys, so let me know. And if not, I think we'll call it a stream, I guess. It's Dime Coin still thing. Dude, I don't even know what Dime Coin is, bro. I'll research that. Dime Coin. That's probably going to show me a dime. Did they have a ticker? Yeah, see, it showed me a dime, an actual dime. Playing something else here. Hey, Benton, how's it going, man? Thank you for being here, man. Would I choose to pay down debt but put excess money into cryptos? So I guess you're asking me if I would rather... Yeah, no worries, man. I got it. I guess you're asking me if I would rather spend the money into buying crypto or if I much rather pay debt and then buy crypto with the leftover, right? The responsible thing to do is to pay your debts and then put whatever you have saved onto crypto. But I would say cover debt first. Right? Don't gamble, because crypto can go down and you would have less money, and if you needed to pay a debt later on, you might not have it. So get rid of debt. You'll sleep easier at night. Try to stay debt free and put the rest on crypto. Maybe, right? Tigger's Dime, awesome. Look for Dime. I'm not finding it here. I'll look at the coin market cap. We'll just call it coin market crap now, because it's just really bad since who took over? Like Binance took over this, and it just made it worse, right? Look, I had the vault open because I was looking at some stuff. Let's see. Dime. Dime coin down 7.14. Where's the trading at? Right, that's why it's not there. They're not on any exchange that is listed on CoinMarketCap, but they are apparently still alive. Right? Where's the chart at for this? Benton, that's what you were thinking. Thanks for the advice. Yes, don't consider it advice. I am not allowed to give you advice here. I'll just tell you what's the responsible thing to do, right? You should always pay your debt. That way, if you need to acquire debt again, you're still going to be able to acquire debt from that institution or whoever you acquire debt from. And, you know, that's is the right thing to do, right? Cover your debt. And that way, if you need to be in debt again, you're going to have good credit or a good credit score. And then you can put some of that into crypto. You can put some of that into other assets, right? Or assets that will give you better returns. I mean, crypto in the end, if you're not trading it, if you want to add to your position for long term, it's good. If you just want to, like, believe you're going to become a millionaire overnight, you people need to check your priorities when that is the case. Because millionaire overnight is not going to happen anytime soon. It happened when this spike here over here, February 23rd, man, or 24th, 24th. If you believe you're going to become a crypto millionaire overnight, check your priorities. That's unlikely, highly unlikely. You would have to have a massive position of an asset that just went like ballistics, like in like let's say end of 2017 way, and then cash out at the top, and maybe you can become a crypto millionaire. But that's a 1 in a million shot, right? A lot of people became crypto millionaires back then. I'm sure a lot of people are not going to become crypto millionaires that quick right now, particularly with big coins. Or better established coins, right? Like Bitcoin. It would need to go down a lot so you can add a massive position, and then once it went up, cash out at the top. So right now, even if it went to $1,000, you would have like, what? Let's say you buy 10 Bitcoins, right? It goes to $10,000. You just made 100,000, right? You're not gonna become a millionaire on Bitcoin, right? Like that. You would need to buy a lot of Bitcoin for that to happen, right? So a friend of yours send you this? They're they're not that bad, man. Right, at some point in time, they hit over here on 2018, like 0.00084. Right? Sorry, I was looking at dollars. Yeah, 0.120 to 150. Damn, I can't get this to look proper. Sorry about that, I screwed up here. There we go. $2.49. That's the highest it went. So this is ROI, like negative 13%. So since inception, you would have only lost 13% if you didn't cash out anytime high. All right, so that friend sent you this on 2018 on April 24th, and you still have it. Awesome. I'm not sure what this project's doing. So Launch 2013 claims to be fully decentralized. Dimecoin aims to address the digital remittances and P2P payment segments globally. So okay, cool. Point of sale integration, P2P. All right, cool. Yeah, they claim to be accepted in around the globe, right? I'm not sure how accepted they really are. Maybe you should consider selling it and buying something else, adding more DVT to your portfolio. I'm not sure how many of this they sent you, but you know, the possibility is that I'm not sure what this project's gonna do, man. It's just been going downhill forever. So. Anyways, Benton, I hope I answered your question. And if you have any other question, let me know. Right. You have 55,000 worth, or 77 cents. Wow, that is a massive amount of money, man. You should spend all those 77 cents on. You probably, like, what can you buy with that, man? Can you even buy a stick of gum with that? Nah, probably a pack of gum. Yeah, maybe a pack of gum if it's on sale, right? Again, I ate something and it's still in the back of my throat. Like, I ate some peanuts prior to the stream starting. And, yeah, it's not cool, man. Anyways, so looking more at DVT right now and trying to gauge what it was going to do. Yeah, more or less stable. Awesome, man. Yeah. What else? What else? What else do you guys want to do? The website said it says in Yobit, Dimecoin. Yeah, I think they said they were in Yobit, man. Also here, so go back to CoinMarketCap and go to Dimecoin and market pairs. Yobit, yeah, they trade against Doge. Although it has a warning sign, and the two Yobit has warning signs. I'm not sure why. Please note that the toilet paper token listed in Yobit is not affiliated with CoinMarketCap in any way. I'm not sure why they're talking about toilet paper token on Yobit, right? Anyways, you have a relatively wealthy friend who's considering putting 50,000 into Bitcoin. He asks me often if I think it'll rise in price, or he should wait for lower prices. I'd hate giving that kind of advice. Yes, you shouldn't, because that is financial advice. He should make his own decision as to whether or not he wants to invest. No one knows how much risk your friend is willing to take, or how risk averse he is. Remember, this is a high risk asset, highly volatile. You can make a lot of money, but you can also lose a lot of money, right? Would it be if he's expecting to get a quick return on that 15K and that 50K? It could be that this price goes down, and then in 10 months we're seeing higher prices, right? We talked about that being a possibility. Right now we're finding indecision in the market. We don't know precisely if it's going to drop or go higher. We do have a triangle forming, as we discussed on the technicals, and shown on this chart, right? We do have this kind of symmetrical triangle. We could go up slightly and then break down, but if we break down, we're looking at 7,000. If we break it to the upside, we're probably looking maybe top of the pattern or 11,000 and change, right? Again, we still yet to determine if this triangle is going to be valid. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe one more on the top, and then we break, right? Either upside or downside. But again, I wouldn't be giving advice to my friends. Like, friends of mine ask me, and they know I do this, and I tell them, dude, I'm not sure what you want me to do, dude. It's your money. If it was my money, it would be a different story, and I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do with my money, because then you're going to try to replicate it. If you don't know how to trade, if you don't know how to get up, if you don't know how to get out, and you don't have a proper setup, you're probably going to take a hit, right? And that is important. And again, I'm not sure how much risk my friends are willing to take. I'm not sure how much they might need the money later on. How quickly do they need to get into and out of the market, right? Again, for me, and me knowing myself and how much risk I'm willing to take, and when I should open a position and when should I close it, I can do it for myself, but I'm not going to be looking at the market for them and be like their broker and give them warnings like, bro, you should get out right now because it's going to crash. You know, it's not my job to do that. And if they're not going to be looking at the market, I'm not going to be doing that for them. I'm not going to get any dough for doing that, and I'm not willing to take that risk for them as well, right? So, yeah, I wouldn't be giving advice to your friend either, man, just on the grounds that you're not a financial advisor. Maybe. I'm assuming you're not a financial advisor, and if you are, maybe you can give him advice. But imagine this goes south, and your friend took your word for it, and then he's pissed at you because you told him to get in. Do you want to end a friendship, or maybe ruin a friendship, or have your friend be pissed at you because he doesn't know how to take a hit on the market? Again, I would say he should make up his own mind. You should tell him to come and join this channel, first of all, right? And then he can expose his questions here, and we can talk about the upsides and the downsides. And that's why I talk about the upsides and the downsides, right? On the channel, I tell you where it could go to the upside and where it could go to the downside. You guys make up your own. You guys make up your own mind, right? I tell you, I'm not gonna tell you where the market's gonna go. I've told you when I placed plays, and most of them have gone to the upside. I just had one recently that I've been talking about that went to downside and closed lower than where I wanted to. But again, that's because I'm looking at this daily. So if he wants to like learn about crypto, tell him to come watch this channel, and we can start to get him on his way to looking at Bitcoin and other crypto assets. But again, I'm also not going to tell him where he should put his money, right? Yeah. Anyways, Bitcoin Jake saying DCA. I'm not sure what DCA is, bro. Is that another project you want me to look at? I think I got lost in that part. What is happening? What is happening here? Let's go here, man. I was gonna look at something. Bro, no. Okay, no. Oh, oh, what do you want to do with the DCA, man? Sorry, man. I kind of missed it. DCA is a dollar cost average. Oh, okay, cool. Dollar cost average. Yeah, I got it. I didn't know what you were meaning by those initials right there when you put them out. Yeah, I agree. Bitcoin Jake has pizza. Awesome, bro. Is that your dinner? By the way, Bitcoin Jake legit has pizza on Bitcoin Pizza Day. Cool, man. Congrats. I made pizza a while back, and I'm gonna make pizza again tomorrow. And it's something I'm gonna do with my kid, and we're gonna make the dough together and everything. So today I was working, so I'm not gonna be able to have pizza on Pizza Day. I'm gonna have post Pizza Day. I wanted to have pizza today, but again, it's complicated sometimes, right? Especially when you have real life work and the kids and other stuff that also needs to get taken care of. I'm trying to find the pies that I made the other day, man. I think I posted them here. Yeah, they're here. Look, I made this margherita pizza, right? Italian style with it's mozzarella, tomato sauce, and some basil, and obviously some nice slice of tomato. This whole wheat. My wife wanted me to make whole wheat pizza. The pie came out amazing, dude. It was so good. But I made everything. I made the sauce. I made everything. I did take some cooking classes with an Italian chef, and I do have some of the recipes. Just this cut here is my wife was cutting into it before I took it. This one has some rocket or arugula, some serrano ham, or you can substitute that with prosciutto. Tomato, some Parmigiano Reggiano on top. On the bottom, it has some mozzarella, some Parmigiano, also fresh mozzarella, right? That mozzarella di bufala, which is very nice, and some tomato sauce also that I homemade, right? And I made everything at home that day. And I think tomorrow, when I make pizza, I'm also gonna make everything from scratch. And the Spotify ads are driving me nuts, man. There we go. I couldn't find the tab where I have Spotify open to like freeze it and replay something else. Yeah, today isn't the real pizza day. It's the main heat, but yeah, he didn't get pizza until 4 days later. Yeah, I know. That's cool. I mean, it is the official date for Pizza Day. But yeah, it is the day we recognize as Pizza Day, right? It's like you said, Independence Day is really not Independence Day, right? That's just when the document got signed, but they were independent from before the document, right, being signed. So maybe real independence was won earlier on than July the 4th. Anyways, yeah, nice pizza, man. I love pizza, man. It's good to make pizza at home. It's relaxing, but yeah. Anyways, DVT chat on Discord is very active, guys. It's really cool. I've enjoyed being there. And I can just tell you that as my opinion, right? And that's cool. I wonder if he wants to give me 10,000 Bitcoin for me to make him pizza, man. Maybe I should contact him and ask him that. I think he's gonna like flip me off or something, but I would definitely love to get 10,000 Bitcoin for pizza, man. And he can give me just 1 Bitcoin and I'll still be cool with it, or no biggie. Anyways, yeah, what else? What else do you guys want to talk about? We talked about pizza and everything. It would be hilarious if we could reply to the original post. Yeah. Did he put up... I wonder if he placed an expiration date on that. Or if someone could actually go there and say, look, man, I send you pizza. You got to now send me like 10,000 Bitcoin. Because I already met my... I kept my end of the bargain, right? Do I know anything about Block Card? No, man. I'll check it out, though. Block Card. Is it like a Minecraft type of card? Block card. Let's look at that. Turnio, block card. Is it the one you're looking at? Get block card. Physical or virtual debit card and make purchases anywhere with major credit cards are accepted. Convert crypto into dollars in minutes. All right. There are many options like this, right? 6.3 crypto back rewards on all purchases. Using block card is a rewarding experience. Literally, the more you spend, the more you get back. No, you get back the same amount. You get 6.38%. That's what they're saying. You're just gonna get back 6.38%. So if you spend more, you're still gonna get 6.38% back. It's still a percentage. How block card works? It's a virtual debit card. It's the only platform that allows you to actually stay in crypto. Sign up in minutes and using your block card as soon as your application is complete. All right, cool. I think there's another card out there. I think it's an archives. Maybe, man. There's another card out there. I can't remember the name right now. But that card is not really a debit card. It is more like a credit card, but you put your crypto as collateral. So long as you pay back the credit, you get to keep your crypto. And that could be better, right? Why they say virtual debit card? Because you're not going to get a physical representation of the card. You're not going to get plastic. It's just going to be a virtual card. It's just going to be an electronic card. My bank has one of those, actually. And it's pretty legit what they do. It's on the bank that I use, the wallet. I have a virtual card. And it's valid for I think it's 3 minutes. And every 3 minutes, it generates a new virtual card with a new... just so you can associate it with it, I guess, right? Because that's why that's the way cards look like, right? It's virtual, so you're probably not gonna get plastic, right? See, so within minutes you register and you can use it. So again, it's just a physical representation of the card on your cell phone. You're probably gonna get a number, an expiration date, and like your 3 digits or something, and you can use it as a credit card or a debit card. Now, like I was saying, there's another one that uses your crypto as collateral, and then you don't really have to worry about spending your crypto so long as you repay the debt, and that's cool because that way you don't sell your crypto, and you don't have to declare it as a on your forms, right, on your tax forms, because you're really not spending. You're not spending the crypto. You're just getting a loan against crypto, and you're repaying the loan. So you're not really converting crypto into dollars. Now, going back to the other card I was telling you guys. On my bank, I do have this small card app, and it generates a virtual card with a 16-digit number, the 3 code in the back, and the expiration date, etc. And all that does, it just lets me use that card to buy stuff online and not having to put my real physical debit card information online, which is pretty legit. And every 3 minutes, it changes to a new card, right? So if the transaction doesn't go through, or if someone managed to get my data by key login, whatever, that card is virtual. It's really just going to be working for 3 minutes, and then it's going to generate a new number, so it's going to become a new card. And it is pretty cool, man, that you can do that. Because then you feel much at ease when you're buying online, even on like a little bit more crazier sites, because then you're really not putting your real card information out there and really getting into problems. According to Block Card's website, they do issue you a plastic card as well. In order to get the 6% back, you have to keep a minimum of 145,000 turn stake. All right, but you have to see. Why do they want you to have something there stuck, man? That's not cool. The power of Block Card in your pocket, right? So again, with a Block Card, gives you a crypto real-world utility with major credit cards that are accepted. Keep crypto and send anyone no account needed. All right, cool. Less than 5 minutes. All right, cool. Currencies you ask. Powers to convert cryptocurrency into dollars. What do you need? It's supporting 12 currencies. All right, so they're supporting BAT, Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, DAI, Ethereum, Litecoin, Paxos, Lumens, Ternium, Tether, True US Dollar, USD Coin, Ripple. All right. Every minutes within minutes, you can register for Block Cards at funds. Get a virtual card and make purchases anywhere. All right. So I guess do they charge you for the physical card? All right. So you get a plastic or metal card. So yeah, you do get one apparently. But I guess mainly you're supposed to use it as a virtual card, right? You can use it without the plastic, meaning with just the information that you have, because they said you can use it in minutes, and you're not gonna get the plastic in minutes. It's probably gonna take them time for them to make it and send it to you on snail mail, and by the time you get it, it's not gonna be there, right? Because here it says within minutes you can register add funds, pass KYC, get a virtual card, and make purchases. So you're gonna be making them with a virtual card. So maybe Bitcoin Jake, maybe they do have this little RFID chip here or whatever it is, because you're probably gonna get a physical representation at some point in time. Maybe, man. I'm not sure why. I mean, in case you want to swipe it, I guess. But why didn't they just make it NFC or Apple Pay or whatever compatible, and then you just tap your phone to whatever terminal, and it goes through, or just buy online with your virtual one, right? The virtual one. So again, why are we still issuing like plastic cards, man? Right? Contaminating the planet. Now this card is gonna get stuck in some like sea turtle's ear, and we're gonna be hearing about how plastic cards are bad for the environment, just like straws are bad for turtles' noses, right? 145,000 turn is $1,046.90. I'm not sure, man. I'm not even sure how much a turn is. Is it even here? It's not here. All right, let's look at CoinMarketCap. All right, so let me get my trusty calculator. 145,000 turn times how many dollars did they say they were at? You can still see it there, right? Yeah. So times 0.007854. I'll just whatever it's here, man. Yeah, $1,138, man. That's a lot of dough. That's a lot of dough to have sitting there on your bank account just so you can get some 6% cash back. You know who doesn't ask you to have money to get cash back? Lolly. And you can use it to buy stuff online with your regular card. And you don't get to spend your crypto. You spend dollars. You buy on Amazon, whatever you want to buy, and you get some Lolly back. Or you get some Bitcoin cash back on Lolly. And I do believe that's a better way to use your crypto. You don't have to have $1,000 sitting on a card, right? It's got to be tied up the whole time. Yes, man. And that's the whole point, right? It has to be there the whole time. Dude, Lolly's great. Yeah, man, Lolly is great. I have not been able to use it. I am signed up for it. I just have not been able to use it, man, because unfortunately right now Lolly's mainly working with the U.S. brands or U.S. stores, and I'm living in Mexico. So unless I go to like Amazon US site and then I buy something there, I can use it, or some other site. I'm not sure if they have it on Amazon US. But unless I buy in the US on some site, it's just so hard for me to use it from down here, man. Anyways, yeah. So like I said, I'm super hungry, guys. I haven't had anything to eat, so I bought chicken wings yesterday. There's this place across the street that has the best price on chicken wings. You get right now to the current dollar price, right? It's 189 pesos, and current I think it's like 24, maybe 22, 23. Let's use 23 right now. So for $8, you get 25 chicken wings. It's pretty cool, man. Right? I usually buy like 2 promos, and me and my wife get to like have chicken wings, and then the next day we just have leftovers. We turn them into we buy like chicken breast, boneless wings also, and make some really nice sandwiches with that, man. That's pretty good. Benton saying, I come into the above. I've cashed about $40 off your Bitcoin wallet. Now it's not perfect. You can still stack deals with the retailer. Amazon is not on their list. Okay, cool. Amazon's not on their list. Cool. Right, that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. Have you gotten $40 worth of Bitcoin in there? That's pretty legit, man. That's some good kickback they give, right? Huh. What was this? Is it time to make it rain on the vault? Are they gonna make it rain right now? Or did they make it rain already? Did I get some rain on me? Or did it like rain some default on me somewhere? Nope. Hasn't rained yet, I think, right? No, I guess not. Do they always make it rain? Bitcoin Jake, you're there a little bit more, right? So they always make it rain on Fridays on the Vault chat or something like that? I'm not sure what's happening there, man. I think Bitcoin Jake's probably eating pizza. It's gonna get cold, so I'm not sure if he's still with us. You're using Honey Miner. I'm not sure what Honey Miner is, dude. I'm not sure what that is. IDK, sometimes some big wins in the bot area. People rain. Rain only goes to active people. All right, I'm active. I guess I got. Yeah, I think I'm active. It's showing me as a gamer. It says instead of crypto. So Bitcoin Jake saying Honey Miner trash. Yeah. Honey Miner trash, man. I'm not sure what Honey Miner does, man. I've never used that. I never downloaded it, so I can't really make an informed decision or comment on that. And I just noticed that the chat, you cannot see the whole chat on the screen, man. And that, I can fix that real quick. Where is the chat, man? Where is the live chat? Let me unlock this. Alright. Like the live chat. I wanna edit this, man. I'm not sure if this is gonna fix it or not. Why is he not letting me fix the chat, man? You cannot see the bottom comments for some reason. And I'm trying to move this up a little bit. I guess nothing else is coming in here. I hadn't noticed that the chat was not displaying completely on the screen. Now I'm going to have to fix this real quick. Where is it, man? It's really not letting me move the chat, man. This is weird. Integrating a new level mining software that lets you use computer CPU to mine whatever profitable. You make about 0.01 cents a day. That's, dude, get rid of that, man. You're probably gonna waste your computer. It's probably burning a whole bunch of energy in your computer. Hey, the pest, how's it going, man? Saludos, man. How's it going, man? Thank you for being here and joining us on this awesome stream. Yeah. La Peste is here, man. All good? Thanks, man. That's good. Good to know, man. Good to know. Everything's good for you, man. Dude, I can't get this to go higher. What the fuck, man? Oh, sorry, guys. For some reason, it's not letting me edit chat, which is really, really annoying, man. Is it gonna let me hear? Yes, it's gonna let me hear. All right. This is gonna turn it slightly smaller if I do this. It's not letting me edit the way I want to. So, let's see if I can get this to work, man. Did it move here as well? Maybe, man. I'm not sure. It's not letting me move live chat, so I'm just gonna have to fix it later, man. I could probably make more Satoshis just doing faucets instead of Honey Miner on one laptop CPU. Yeah, you can probably gain more by faucets, man. I agree. There's a couple faucets that pay out good. And and you can probably make a lot more on the faucet side by getting 1 cent. It's gonna take a while. Scale mining, you can do more with CPU. Yeah. It's not letting me free edit this, man. It's stripping me. It's probably gonna look horrible if I do this. Yeah, it looks horrible, so undo that. Where do I move down? There we go. What faucet would I recommend? Free Bitcoin. And there's a couple ones. Free Bitcoin. What else is out there? I know Bitcoin Jack also uses Free Bitcoin. And he's been there for a while. I've also used Free Bitcoin for a while. I also use Moon Bitcoin and Bitfun or whatever it is. And I think at least those 3 should be getting you claims like every hour. Some of them 5 minutes, some of them other amounts of times. But those should be good enough to start, I guess. Sorry, I guess I moved to the starting soon screen, man. Sorry about that, guys. I've been tripping here on the side trying to get this to change, and it's not letting me, so sorry about that. I just noticed that the screen wasn't up. Again, I'm struggling with this because it's not letting me edit the chat box. And it's not good, man. It should be... Okay, cool. There we go. Gonna try to make this fit here on this box, man. And, it's gonna be so tiny, man. Alright, cool. Shit. Nope, that wasn't it. Sorry, guys. I think I just did something I didn't want to do. Maybe I can make it to scale, right? There we go. Awesome. Yeah, that's it, man. And transition, and I think now we're good here. I believe we should be able to see more of the chat. Maybe a little bit still getting chopped off there. Try to see if I can make this fit to the square properly. There we go. Is it working on this one? I'm not sure, man. Again, it's been really weird to get this chat to come the way I want it to here. I used to have this code that used to make it look really cool, but now it just looks horrible, man. I think there we go. Awesome. I think now the whole chat window's there. YouTube blocks every time you try to post a link for bitco.in. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for streaming. Like, I tell friends, stop staring at the damn chart. Yeah. Stop staring at the damn chart. Yeah. You know, whatever we can help here, man. That's what we're here for. Again, thank you guys for joining us. I'm not sure how many people are tuned in. I'm not sure if La Peste is still here with us, but he was here shortly, so cool. Benton, thanks, man. Thanks for joining us. I think I'm just going to call it a stream for tonight. I am getting extremely hungry. Oh, La Peste is around here. Awesome. Yeah, so cool stuff happening, man. By the way, Pest is working also with the DVT team. The Devault team. So you can, if you guys want to join us on the Discord there, everyone's pretty cool. Alkin will go away, DVT. We'll give away DVT now. Awesome. We're going to have some rain happening. So we talked about that earlier. If you guys join the Discord, and Benton, maybe you should join the Discord, man. It's at least some free dough you can get. I think they're going to make it rain somehow. Okan is going to make it rain on tropical rain. Yeah. As long as we don't get any kind of like weird showers happening, it will be good. Send that out, right? Yeah, and thanks, man. I think I was already there, Jake. But thanks for the here. I'm waiting for Okan to make it rain. Can I link the channel? Yeah, I think Bitcoin Jake already sent it. And I think he can hook me up by sending it again. And we'll see if Bitcoin Jake is gonna make it rain 500. Rain. And everyone that's in here apparently got some rain, right? Equivalent to 20. So. Hey Troy, how's it going, man? Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here, man. Link to the channel. Yeah, I think Bitcoin Jake can probably help me by linking the Discord to DVT, man. But you can look for it as the Vault, right? And it has this like cool logo here on the side, right? And you can be there. No worries, man. The pest made it rain. 64 DVTs. Cool. Cool rain, man. So I'm waiting for the rain to happen. I'm gonna make it rain also, man. Is it just raining the amount that I want to make it rain? Yeah, I guess. I'm not sure if that's gonna happen though. Oh shit! Okan already made it rain 10,000. Okan's rain is not coming in yet. Forecast is still clear. I'm not sure if I screwed him over there. I didn't get Okan's rain. Yeah, man. Thank you, man. I'll see you in the Discord. There goes Okan. Didn't happen. Yeah, sorry, man. Got the storm got caught somewhere. Anyways, guys, I think that's gonna be it for tonight. Okan is making it rain again. Let's wait for rain to happen. Yeah, each user got 400 DVT. Awesome, man. Comes with double request. Yeah, I was guessing we probably got it together at the same time. Anyways, guys, thank you for joining us tonight for the State of Crypto. I think we've gone way over time. We've just been shooting this around the last couple minutes. Troy, thank you for joining us here at the end, man. Again, Bitcoin potentially within a sloping triangle, right? I drew this offline, and you know, we talked about technicals already, getting some hidden bullish, maybe going up, still to face the 20 on the 1 hour, on the daily also. Right, on the 1 hour we're above, and we're creating bearish divergence, waiting for this to determine whether or not it's going to play out. But again, guys, thank you for joining us at the State of Crypto, your home. Thank you for being here with us. I do appreciate each and every one of you. You guys are amazing for being here. I think that's going to be it for tonight. Tomorrow we'll just do the technicals, right? No news on the weekend. I told you that last weekend. Thank you for being here, and I'll catch you tomorrow for another edition of State of Crypto. Until then, right?